Hello everyone, my name is Paul and I'm here with Joe, who is currently undergoing healing journey from his stage 4 liver and kidney cancer. We wanted to sit down and have a conversation about his journey and what he has been experiencing. 2 years ago, you started experiencing pains.
I went to the doctor and she said maybe it was like a kidney stone. You know, maybe I was passing a kidney stone.
You went to hospital. What happened next when you went to the hospital?
Well, my daughters met me there and they did the CT scan and immediately noticed a large mass on my kidney. My daughter's a nurse, so she knew pretty much what it was. It was cancer. I was diagnosed in October, had the surgery in December.
So you go to the hospital and they remove your kidney.
Right.
How long were you on the immunotherapy?
Probably 6 months.
And after 6 months, what were the results like?
Not good.
Were you still in pain?
I started having a lot of different side effects. I was placed on pain medication for pains I was having in my chest.
In your abdomen?
Yeah, and abdomen. And then sometimes it would go around back. I was also on blood pressure medicine caused by the
chemo pills.
And I was basically sent home, lay in bed, and take pain medication.
Right.
So that's when I started looking around, finding other alternative things. That's when my daughter met you.
When you were on all of these medications, pain medication, blood pressure medication, your chemotherapy pills, how did that make you feel? How did that change your life, the quality of your life?
Oh, I was in bed. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get out.
So
It was terrible.
were you in bed throughout the whole day?
It was awful.
Because you've always been an active guy, right? You hiked, you went to the woods, you know, you've done a lot of, you carried a lot of heavy photography equipment because you do take beautiful photos of nature. So once you went on all of this medication that they prescribed, your quality of life changed. Once you were going through those times, being in bed, what were you thinking? What was going through your mind?
Would I ever get back out in the woods and be able to photograph God's beautiful gift again? I didn't, if that was it,
If you were going to survive. Your daughter went to Barbara O'Neill event.
I had an open mind after that. I was still having a rough time with the high blood pressure medicine.
Okay.
And
what about pain?
I was still having pain.
And were you still in bed?
Yes, a lot of times I was,
So you weren't able to go back to your regular routine and the quality of life that you were used to.
Yeah.
So now, Helen goes to Barbara O'Neill.
Well, she ran into you, and she brought me back some Royal Spirulina.
Ah, yes, Royal Spirulina.
Yes, I basically tried some of that, and I don't want to sound like it was a miracle, but the next day I was out walking out in the garage, doing stuff, which I hadn't felt like doing. And so I started making it, putting it in smoothies, making sure I tried to get some every day.
And how long did you do that for? And how soon did you see some results?
I was up walking around, I got out of bed.
So that was what? How long was that before I actually came to see you for the first time? About a week that you were taking spirulina? So 2 weeks passed by and you're able to get out of your bed. How did you come to decision to try what we're doing right now, or what we have been doing for the last 8 weeks?
Well, it wasn't an easy decision because I really didn't understand. I didn't have a full understanding of what was going on.
You started on a specific routine. Actually, we have the juices, right, that you're drinking. So you're drinking about 8 juices a day that are red juices, right, that we call, and then you're drinking 4 green juices, right? What else have you changed? What else did you implement into your daily lifestyle? What changed for you?
Oh, it was quick. I saw quick changes, like, a week.
In a week?
I started saying a week.
What was the change that you noticed in 1 week?
Really hard to keep up with. There's so many changes. Changes in my skin, my energy.
Another thing that I noticed is because Joe is an excellent pool player, and he's been coaching me. So I kind of fell in love with the game. But one thing that I noticed with Joe, because you had a accident on the bike, right, when you were young, and you had seizures.
Yes.
And you had tremors. And one thing that I noticed when we were playing and Joe would lean on his hand is that you had a steady arm.
Yeah.
No longer shaking. What other things that you noticed besides your skin improving, your texture and your tone of your skin, right? We noticed your skin being fuller.
Like skin, I had like real dry skin. Dermatologist told me that I would always have it. She gave me cream for it, told me it'd never go away, you know. And
that disappeared.
Yeah, and I had these things on my feet, the little bumps that they told me, you know, don't worry about them, you know. Everybody's got them. They went away. Just real dry skin, and it's going away. Just so many things, little things that you normally accept
as normal,
as for aging and stuff like that, you take for granted.
So I noticed small changes, especially energy, when we would go biking. Because, you know, Joe, every day Joe would go on a bike, and I would either go running with him, or I actually brought my rollerblades, and I would ride on the rollerblades, and we would do sometimes 10 miles a day. I would say your body started to regain its normal energy levels, right? Including your blood pressure. Like, what happened to your blood pressure? You were at 160/90?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we've seen 106/67.
Well, you had to adjust the juice because it was so low.
We would make adjustments because the chemotherapy raises blood pressure significantly. We did notice that providing certain juices, different type of juices, would drop the blood pressure, which right now you're probably around 117 on average. Why don't you tell us about the changes in your food? You mentioned being on typical American diet, as people say, right? So what did you change? You went full vegan?
Yes.
How did that affect you?
It made a very positive effect on my life. I thought that I was going to have a hard time with it.
So you would not enjoy it?
Well, yeah, I thought I was going to miss a lot of things, which, you know, I don't. I don't miss meat. I don't miss sugar. I don't miss, you know, I just love my potatoes, and I love, as long as I have my potatoes, I'm good.
Yeah, we definitely eat a lot of potatoes. I mean, you have what? You have your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and then you have your juices in between.
There's a lot of misinformation out there, and as long as you eat what God gives you, and then, you know, you're going to be good.
Yes. God's diet, it's very important. You know, I say if it didn't come from water, from a tree, right, or from the soil, you don't want to eat it. If it's in a box or if it's modified. So you've been eating very clean. What else would you say to someone who's going through what you're going through?
Don't take your doctor's final words. You have to research everything, because if I would have never done what I did for myself, then I would still be in bed, probably eating pain pills. You know, I may not even be alive now, who knows. There are good things out there.
Yeah.
And Royal Spirulina is one of them.
It's a combination of daily things that you've done. It wasn't just one single pill or one single, you know, food, or you had to do everything to work together, right?
Yes.
Like we noticed, for example, your blood test results. So you went 2 weeks ago to do comprehensive blood panel, and how did that come out? What did the doctor say?
Everything was perfect except for my sodium.
Yeah, your sodium was a little low, which we adjusted, and also your red blood cell count was a little bit lower due to the chemo. Otherwise, what was the opinion of the doctors once they seen the test?
He was pretty much amazed, and he said, "I'll see you in 6 months or weeks."
In 6 weeks, yeah. Yeah, they were surprised that, because they asked, "What did you do, right, to have these results?" And what did you tell them?
I told them I had changed my diet, and the lady said, "It's amazing. I never thought a diet would have that much effect."
It's only 8 weeks that you did what the Father in heaven wants us to do. and that's eat right by what he said to eat, handle your stress correctly. I think it's important to recognize what food can do for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Joe. I'm proud of you, and you did really well. So, anyways, if anyone have any questions, you can reach out, and hopefully we can steer you into the right direction.